What's up, everybody? It's Minister Erskine Gibson, the modern day prophet, representing Church of the Enlighten. Here to do another video, and this video is going to be called Scientists Have It Completely Wrong When It Comes to Atoms and Atomic Structure. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I got to drop knowledge once again and bring it to y'all the way only I can do it, because scientists have it, I'm not going to say completely wrong, but they have it a lot wrong, and there's a lot missing when they talk about atoms. And in this video, I'm going to be more specifically talking about the oxygen atom. And if you've been following my videos, you know why the oxygen atom is so significant. But the first thing I want to talk about that they have wrong is when they say that an atom is the smallest measurement of matter. That is completely incorrect. That is completely wrong. That couldn't be more wrong. First off, as I explained in my previous video, looking at the infinity line, when you compare matter to the infinity line, there is no limit to how small matter can become. Matter can become infinitely big or infinitely small. When you compare matter to the infinity line, you can always add one, you can always subtract one. Once again, that means there's no limit to how big matter can get or how small matter can get. The reason why matter applies to the infinity line, because all existence applies to the infinity line, and everything in existence is made up of matter. That's why matter applies directly to the infinity line. And there is no limit to how big or small it can become. So there is no such thing as a smallest measurement of matter. It doesn't exist. Now, also, another way to really see this, to put that in perspective for you, is we have to imagine our own solar system as an oxygen atom, because that's what it is. Now, we know how small we are compared to the solar system. That means this is how small we are compared to the actual oxygen atom. And then there's life significantly smaller than us. So that right there shows you that there are things significantly smaller than an atom. Significantly smaller. Now, let me segue into our solar system being an oxygen atom, because here's where it's really going to get crazy, because we have it totally wrong when it comes to oxygen atoms. Let's start off with the electrons in the oxygen atom, which would be our planets. Now, when you look at a diagram of an oxygen atom, you see that all of the electrons look the same. That is wrong. When you look at our planets, they're all different. So that means the electrons in an oxygen atom are all different. They're not the same. Now, that's not even the end of it, though, because not only are the electrons not the same, but now also understand that our atoms themselves, oxygen atoms at least, are different themselves, because our next solar system, Proxima Centauri, which is also an oxygen atom, just like our solar system, has a different kind of sun. That means it has a red sun where we have a yellow sun. And the planets could be different as well. They're probably all similar, but they could be bigger, smaller, whatever. So that means that not all oxygen atoms are the same. They're probably all different. Now, it doesn't even stop there. We still got more to go. One other thing we can see about the oxygen atom is that an oxygen atom has to have a carbon element. Not only does it have an oxygen element, it also has a carbon element. Venus is the carbon element in this oxygen atom, which is our solar system. Venus has an electromagnetic field with the atmosphere full of carbon. That's not an accident. I used to wonder if maybe Venus was a planet like Earth, but I'm sure that it's not, because Venus does not have a moon. So there never was any water on Earth, more than likely, because Earth has a moon and a 4-to-1 relationship with this moon, which means that the moon has a gravitational impact on the Earth, which affects the water. So let me say this. That's another thing missing from our talk about oxygen atoms. We have to include the moon, at least the moon for the oxygen element, because that is going to be there for any planet like the Earth. Any planet that has water and produces oxygen is going to have a moon, a 4-to-1 relationship with this moon at that. So that has to be included also in our talk about an oxygen atom. Now, so yeah, we got the moon, we got the different sizes, we got the different types, of our oxygen atoms. So let me say this also. I don't know if the moons of the other planets or electrons would need to be included, like Jupiter, Saturn. I don't know. But I will say this. When we speak of an oxygen atom, when we look at our solar system, any planet that has a 4-to-1 relationship with its moon would have to be included in our talk about the oxygen atom. It will have to. So that's another thing we got wrong when looking at the oxygen atom. Now, let's okay, let me see. We got the oxygen, we got the moon, we got the different planets, being electrons, different types, having different suns. So now I'm gonna get to the real crazy part. Now this is really gonna mess with your minds. This is gonna be hard for a lot of y'all to understand. An oxygen atom needs to have living beings, living creatures, in order for the oxygen element to work. Let me say that one more time. In an oxygen atom, for the oxygen element to work, there has to be living things, living creatures, life forms, to keep the ecosystems balanced, which keeps the oxygen balanced in the atmosphere. That's the whole point of all life on this planet, to keep all of these ecological systems balanced in order to maintain a balance of oxygen in the atmosphere. That is all of the life forms' purpose, from the trees to the people. That's our purpose. So what that means is the atoms in your body, the atoms that make us up, also have life forms inside of them. Now, I don't know if this applies to all atoms, but for oxygen atom, it has to include life forms. Oxygen atom needs life forms in order to operate. It cannot operate without the life forms. So that applies to the atoms within us, the atoms within them, and the atoms infinitely. And even getting bigger, it applies. So I know that's going to be really hard for y'all to comprehend, but for an oxygen atom to work, I'll say for the third time, it needs to have life forms. It can't work without life forms. Life forms are what keep the oxygen in the atmosphere and the oxygen element of the oxygen atom. Yeah, I know that's a lot, but that's what it is. So let me just recap the difference between what we think we know about an oxygen atom and what exists in reality when it comes to an oxygen atom is that in an oxygen atom, the electrons are not all weighted the same. They're all totally different. They're different. Not all oxygen atoms are the same. We know there's a difference between our solar system and Proxima Centauri. They have different suns, and that could be the same with every oxygen atom. We have to include the moons when we talk about these oxygen atoms, because we know our moon has a 4-to-1 relationship with the Earth, which I've talked about. Excuse me. I've talked about that 4-to-1 relationship, 4-to-1 ratio relationship in one of my previous videos, and how important it is in creation. And lastly, for an oxygen atom to work, it has to have life forms in the oxygen element. That's what maintains the oxygen. And I know that's going to be really hard for y'all to comprehend, but that is the reality. All you have to do is look at our solar system and realize that it's an oxygen atom. The fact that nobody else has figured that out, I'm the only person who's figured that out, should tell you the state of science and how reliable science is with this information. And it's the same thing with religion. We just have nowhere to turn. That's why my channel is so important, because I'm bringing y'all facts. I'm bringing y'all real knowledge and real truth. I'm bringing it to y'all, and it hasn't stopped. and it won't stop. I'm gonna keep bringing more and more. And yeah, hey, I'm gonna probably go ahead and wrap it up. But hey, y'all, thank y'all for watching this video. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And please leave your thoughts and comments. And please share the video. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. Everybody stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy. Peace.